Hello, lovely student of life. Good morning, good afternoon, and good evening from wherever you are attending class. Thank you for being a diligent learner of yourself, of your environment, of your workplace, of the world, and to understand exactly how you need to mind your image. Every week, I'm Loy Kwagala, your image expert and the author of the Absolute Success Image. Unlike other lessons, today I'm going to actually be speaking on the outward part of image. We have a lot of lessons talking about the inward part, you know, how to take care of your mind, what you put in your body, how to care for what you see, what you read, what you watch, what you listen to. Today, I'm going to be talking about the outward part and nothing else, but I'm going to be giving you 4 of my skincare truths. Let's dive into it. Welcome back to class, and this is one of the questions I get asked all the time by people who see me physically or actually just see my pictures or my videos, and they'll be like, but Loy, how do you consistently have the same skin, you know, what can I say, texture, glow, and how do you do it? What do you use? I know it's every ladies or some men who also care about their skins or bodies to that extent to care to know what someone else is using so that they can try to use it and enhance themselves. Now, for me, I'm not going to say use this product or this is my routine. There are underlying facts or truths, you know, principles that I learned at a very early age that have guided and governed my way of living. And so it shows on my skin. Does that make sense? And I'm going to be sharing them today with their history. So be ready for some little bit of storytelling here and there, and how I learned these things, who actually taught them to me, plus how they're helping me right now, and then later, how you can also be helped. So first and foremost, my mom is such a fanatic about hygiene. Being a medical personnel and a really civilized woman, she always was on our case to bathe and bathe and bathe. And that is to say that my #1 truth of skincare that was embedded in me at an early age was skin or body hygiene. The skin is the largest organ on the body, and that means that it stores up so much and it excretes so much. Does that make sense? So anything that is waste in your body through either body fluids or you know, what water, blood, those are the fluids you have in our bodies, will be seen on your skin. So either it will be good seeing or bad seeing, unhealthy seeing or healthy seeing. So mom always was a very, you know, big freak about, you need to shower. But on top of that, she cared for what temperature of water we bathed. At our home, only dad bathed hot water. So if water was boiled, you know, growing up in the village, tufumbira kunku, nakasigiri luxury, so amazzi agafumbibwanga galinga ga daddy. Amazzi ga tata mwagataddeyo, that was always a question. So all of us were expected to actually go and fetch water and bathe cold water. Not ice cold water, but cold water. And what were the benefits? I was always very curious to be like, Mom, why do you always tell us to bathe cold water? So sometimes I would wait until dad finishes his shower, and then I take a little bit of whatever is left and add it in my one to get room temperature or lukewarm. She would insist bathe cold water. And there's 2 reasons for me that always stood out. One, she always said, oyagala kufuna nkanyanya mangu, oyagala kaddiwa mangu, and it never made sense to me. Nkanyanya mangu, like mom, at a point in my life I have to get them. So she said they can come as soon as now, when you are still a teenager or as young as you are, and I never understood. So as I grew older, I decided to research about it. What is the relationship between nkanyanya and cold water? But the thing is that cold water actually just helps so much to keep your skin together and tight. It depends on your skin type as well. There are people who argue it out and say, no, I bathe hot water all my life and I have never really had loose skin. That's your type. Some people naturally have firm bodies. But if you're a person like me, you will definitely know, especially light-skinned people, we are prone to, you know, having a quite loose skin. It doesn't matter how thin or big we are. That is just it. So to her, hot water enhanced that looseness. And also, the other thing, hot water opens up your skin pores. So as it opens up your skin pores for good reasons, like let's say cleaning them up very well, losing all the fats and the oils that are there, the excess ones, the dirt. It also opens your pores up to exposure of dirt, sun rays, and all those oils that you do not even actually want. So to her, when you bathe cold water, it helps to tighten your pore muscles, and that means you're going to have a firmer skin, and that will be tighter, and it will close on the pores the other time you use the cold water. So I completely understood that, and it has made a lot of sense and helped me a lot. Given that I'm light-skinned, I am prone, or we are prone, to open pores in our faces and all the other parts of our bodies. So that has helped me so much. The second reason that made a lot of sense to me about bathing cold water is actually that cold water helps to retain your skin moisture and oils. Hot water melts them out, so you will also lose the good ones. And when you lose the good oils and lipids that are in your skin, it means that you're going to expose yourself to skin dryness and irritation. And then hot water doesn't even help you with those, it actually catalyzes them to be extra. So if you're the kind that has a dry skin type or even oily skin, you can eventually lose your oils and you start to get irritated, so you think maybe you have moved into, I have a very sensitive skin, but it's just that the hot water is wearing out your natural oils and skin lipids, and that is going to expose you to a lot of danger and harm in terms of skin dryness and irritations. So sometimes we even end up with rashes on our skins, those little rashes. It's not really acne, it looks like a measles rash, but it's not anything. Sometimes we think it's maybe the heat, but it's because of the dryness. Every time you have those, just double check. So bathing is the beginning step to good skin care. Not only good, but also healthy. So for me, that was one truth that was embedded in me at a very early age. The second truth that was embedded in me at a very early age is my lifestyle. At home, like I told you in some videos before, that for us, food was taken as medicine. Because our parents believe that when we grow older, they do not want us to ever take medicine as food. And that showed on our skin, it showed on our hair, it showed on the health of our nails, our teeth. I can tell you, I never really lost any teeth until this, like maybe 8 years ago, when I had to do my, root canaling, And from the time I was young and I lost my milk teeth, that was it. I never ever had tooth problems until that time. And that was also caused because of a dental mistake. But I can tell you that going back to skin, our mother always made sure we drink a lot of water. She would say that, your skins are going to crack. And sometimes she'll be like, you will faint. She had because she's a medical worker, she had all those reasons why you should stay hydrated. But just for skincare advice, hydration is very important. And ladies and gentlemen, it's not even hydration of tea, it's not hydration of juice, it's not hydration of water. It's hydration, rather soda or any other soft drink, it's hydration of pure, clean water. Whatever we put in our bodies as a fluid or food has to get through the body's system of cleansing it and purifying it, taking out all the minerals that are in it, dispersing them to the different parts of the body, and then later given to whatever place or organ that needs them for use. So every time we drink something that is impure in the name of hydration, something that is not clearly pure water, that means that the body is going to have to take a lot of time to actually cleanse through that drink to make sure that it gets pure water. If you took 500 milligrams of, let's say, juice, by the time it's filtered, the acids are gone, the sugars are gone, all those other vitamins are gone, you remain with a very small portion of water. That doesn't mean that you have actually hydrated. So in between whatever we used to drink, tea or juice or whatever at home, Mom always made sure we keep taking water in between those. So the same thing has helped me up to today. I still encourage myself. It's not easy, but I encourage myself every time, remembering what Mama told me when I was much younger, just for the sake of my skin. So that is number 2. And number 3 is actually not to go for pharmaceutical help when I have a skin problem. So once upon a time, I was also a teenager, an adolescent to be precise, and so I had a huge breakout. You know those teenage breakouts, the pimples are so close to each other, they're huge. Today you wake up, one is here, another one has birthed, you know, that the pus, the other one is so painful, and then on top of that, as a girl, you have menses coming in, they catalyze and blow everything out of proportion. It was terrible. But during that time, apart from do not scratch them, do not touch them, my mom always said, use clear water to wash your face. We never used soap at all. Personally, I never used soap at all. And remember, in the village, we don't really have, you know, these luxurious soaps. The soap that was there was always, you know, dad's soap or visitor's soap. So we always used this regular soap that we used to wash clothes. And that soap is actually very powerful. But even that powerfulness it had, mom would never let you, because at that point when you have a bad outbreak of acne, your skin is overly sensitive. Your pores are so open to receive anything. So whatever acids you add in the name of cleaning and helping, they're actually going to go and irritate you the more. And probably multiply the outbreak or actually clog your pores even more. So that means you're going to have pimples that are underneath your skin. There are those that come out and show. For example, dark-skinned people usually have acne that comes out very quickly. Light-skinned people have the pimples that stay inside. I am such a witness to those. And your skin will look really smooth on top, but inside you have a really paining pimple. That used to happen to me a lot. So when my mom always told me, no, don't touch them, wash them with clean water, I was like, Mom, something has to be done. There has to be, you know, being that she's in medicine, I said there has to be a tube, there has to be a cream. You know, my friends at school use Mediven, they use, I don't remember those other ones, but everybody has something they're using. Protex, the black one, they leave the foam in the face, they wake up, others are using Colgate at school. She said all those things are tough. Do not use them right now. Your skin is already traumatized. You know, being younger, you listen to mother, and while in school, I kept listening to mother. I asked her one day, why did you not let me scratch my face, wash it with soap, you know, get a cream to help me, or use Colgate or whatever those things people use, and other, you know, girls at school? She said it's because if you start today to be very aggressive on your skin, providing pharmaceutical solutions, then it means you are going to expose your skin to this kind of solution. You either have to keep up with it, and the price you have to pay later in your life is very expensive. You're either going to have a damaged skin for forever, and the effects are irreversible. Once the pimple comes out with your help, it's going to leave you with an open pore. Closing that pore naturally takes a very long time. A black spot takes a very long time to deal with once you scratch the pimple when it's not yet ready. So you better let it be ready. It pops and then closes the pore naturally, and you move on. It was a painful decision for me to take that advice, but I did, and today this is where we are. I always tell my friends that you would rather deal with a pimple than deal with an open pore, a scar, or a black spot. Let the pimple be. It's only there for a while and it's gonna go. So I was educated also about the kind of time I was in my life. My mom told me, no, when I was your age, I also had them, and I outgrew them. And lo and behold, by the age of 25, 23, my acne issues started to really go down. And during that time, since I was not allowed to get a pharmaceutical solution, I was exposed to natural ways of helping myself to solve my, skin problems. And by the way, acne not only comes in the face, it comes around the chest area to the back. Some people even get them, around the lower back. Sometimes you have those, what are they called? Like rashes on your hip area. For those of you that don't get the stretch marks, some people get those irritations as well right here. What are they called? Black spots or rashes around here on your knees. It's always those places. So sometimes they might not really be acne, but they can be other outbreaks. You treat them the same way. So I was exposed to, you know, my mom always cared, stop eating avocado during that time. So that I knew, by the way, that I have a proneness to reacting to natural oils because my mother educated me. I also had an aunt who educated me so much about my skin type, and we're going to look at that later. But for now, I knew that because I have an oily skin and probably mixed with, it's quite combinational, but I could say 80% oily. So I knew that if I take in anything that has natural oils, it's going to actually catalyze. And that means that I'm going to have a lot of excess oil to work with or fat, and that has to be lost through my skin. The best place that can show that is my face, meaning I'm going to have an outbreak. So I minimize the amount of avocado I eat. My mom would never let me. Everybody would eat, you know, all the ghee in this world and drink all the milk. She would just say, no, no, no. For this time, you're going to have to take black tea. You're not going to have to eat ghee. You know, I just had to literally eat like I am sick. You know, so but that helped me so much, and up to today, when I have an outbreak, oh, I sense that these menses are going to give me an outbreak, I stop eating any natural oils, just so I starve my body from them, and all that I have within me is what comes out, and I deal with it very quickly and move. The other thing that I was helped to do was to keep my skin moisturized. You know, when you're young, there's no lotion options. You only have Vaseline. So we used a lot of Vaseline. Sleeping Baby was the thing then. So, and Solea. So those are the products that we had at the time. And then there was also an Imperial Vaseline. So sometimes, depending on the mood, you pick on whichever one or whichever one you think is smelling really nice. There was one for Sunday when you're going to church. And Imperial was really, really soft. It would give you a very nice glow. So I liked it a lot, but it was also very light on the skin, different from the Tip Tops of this world and the Night Roses. Those were quite heavy petroleums. So she always encouraged, and that up to today, I still wear petroleum jelly, especially in the night, to lock in some moisture for me, so that when I wake up, my skin is rejuvenated, it is healed from any, you know, cracks and sunburns from the day, and the pores are really, really closed. So when I wake up to go start my day, I hit it right on. So those for me were very, very helpful, you know, truths that I learned at a very early age. And the last truth that I learned very early was understanding my skin type. I did not have a dermatologist to do this for me. Like I told you earlier, my mother and my aunt helped me so much to find out this. And there are images on this video that you can see to know which type of skin you have. There's attributes. When you have an oily skin, what does it actually entail? When you have a normal skin, what does it entail? Combined skin, what does it entail? Sensitive skin, what does it entail? And then the dry skin, what does it entail? You will also do this exercise to actually find out which type of skin that you have, because you do not sometimes think it's important to go and see a dermatologist, or sometimes our skin problems are taken to a doctor or a physician. They can't help. There are people that are specialized in this area. So if you do not have a dermatologist close to you, or you can't afford one right now, or you think, oh, Loya, I need to do my test right now, you can still do it at home. And these are the guidelines that you can follow to actually find out your skin type. So I found out that I have a combination skin, and I have the outward part of my skin quite dry, not very oily, and the inward part, the T-section of my face, is actually pretty much very, very oily. So when I know that, I know exactly that one product of oily skin cannot work on me, a product of dry skin cannot work on me. So that means I have to get a combination skin product. So I have to balance between something for a dry skin and something for an oily skin. But mostly, like I said, 80% of my skin, overall my entire body is actually oily. I am one person who will take a shower and immediately I look like you poured oil on top of me, like the entire body. So that is one sign. You look at yourself and feel, do you feel stiff after washing your face, or do you feel actually relaxed and loose? So that helps you to understand if the skin is oily or dry. Normal skin will not give you any feeling. You just normal, you move on up and about your day. Whether you wear cream or not wear cream, you just look pretty much the same. And some people that have sensitive skin, it's always red, you know, anything small can actually irritate it. And understanding my skin type, I realized that I need to guard myself against dirt and against the sunburn and sun rays. The ultraviolet rays are very, very much aggressive for skin, especially for people that are light-skinned. You do not have a lot of endurance for ultraviolet rays, so that's why it's always good to buy, for you people that buy creams, buy a cream that also has that sensitivity. For your body, a lotion and a face cream. Always also now, like, to give you some extra little tips on skincare, you need to understand that what works for the rest of your body doesn't work for your face. So if you need to at least have two things, get a body lotion and get a face cream. That will help you, because face creams are usually lighter in texture. They're not heavy, because the face skin is much lighter than the rest of your body skin. And it responds very quickly. So whatever you do, go on and get a face cream and a body lotion. And you can even go ahead to even defragment it further by saying, I'm gonna get a day cream of the same product and a night cream of the same product, so that you know the one that is of the day is actually, they put in some, I've forgotten what they call it, but like a sunscreen in there, yeah, an SUV sunscreen in there. It's incorporated, so the pH is really, really higher in a day cream, to just help your normal skin pH, to boost it to be resilient against the sun rays. The other thing I do a lot to protect myself from that is I veil myself. Although I have an influence from a Muslim culture and my aunt, you know, like, it's believed that you need to protect your hair and, you know, not hide it but protect it. So the sun is also, as much as it's aggressive to the skin, it's aggressive to your hair. If you're not the kind who likes to wash your hair all the time or even bathe often, then you better need to wear long-sleeved things or stuff, especially living in a country like Uganda where we have a lot of dirt anywhere and anyhow. So those are things that I do. For any one of you that always wondered, what is Loie's skincare routine? I do not really honestly have a skincare routine, but these 4 underlying principles or truths that I have shared with you have guided me all my life, and remembering them every time helps me to choose the right product for my skin, to eat the right food for my skin, to take care of my skin on the outward, to choose the right soaps that I use on my skin, or shower gels, or bath waxes, anything that I do, even perfume, ladies and gentlemen. Not all skin types react to different perfumes differently. Plus jewelry. We will get into those details later, but don't forget to like this video, share, comment, and we can help so many other people out there concerning this subject. If you have a personal question, please go ahead and reach out to me. The email address is at the end of the video, or even in the comment section of this particular video. But skincare starts with you, first of all, understanding that hygiene is important. Bathe and bathe and bathe. And my recommendation is room temperature water or cold water mostly. The other thing is care for your lifestyle. What you put in your body is going to be shown through your skin, as it's the largest organ of the body. The third thing is that whenever you have a skin problem, please do not go pharmaceutical. Look for a natural solution. Your body will respond very healthily and quickly, but if you want super quick results, then you're going to go cosmetic. However, the effects of going cosmetic or pharmaceutical are irreversible, and the older you get, the tougher your skin gets to responding to even softer things, and you will just never have an opportunity to be the way you were yesterday. So if you are much younger, please try to reduce on the amount of cosmetics you use on your skin and try to go natural. We can have that conversation if you are interested. The fourth and last thing is try to know your skin type. We have put pictures for you here on how to go about that procedure without actually seeing a dermatologist. It's very easy. You can do it from home. So those are my 4 skincare truths that have guided me up to today. And when you look, I say, oh my goodness, Loie, forever young, and oh yes, this is what is helping me. I'm not gonna say, this is what I do in the morning, then in the afternoon I do this, I do. No, because it's not there. And as a student of life and a mind your image student, you need to always understand fundamentals of things and underlying principles of everything before you even do it. That will help you to find out your how, your when, your where, and your why. With all this, I would like to end this lesson today At this point, do not forget to subscribe to our channel. Tell as many as possible. Let us have more of our friends joining the class and benefiting from all this. Because if we do not have knowledge, when we lack knowledge in anything, it's very difficult to have a plan for tomorrow and even live through up to it. Continue to be students of life. Blessings to Mind Your Image from wherever you are. Until next class, cheers and bye.